Hello and welcome to a new episode of the CTO Show with Mehmet. My name is Mehmet, and in each episode, as you know, I discuss different topics regarding emerging technologies, and also I discuss startups, entrepreneurship. And today I thought that I would bring a subject matter expert in a topic which we didn't discuss a lot on the show. So this is why we have Brandon today with be here on the show. He's CEO of SEO optimizers. He have the great experience in SEO and digital marketing. Brandon, thank you so much for being on the show today. Can you just introduce yourself and a little bit more about the company and what you do?
Yeah, my name is Brandon Leibowitz, and I help people get more traffic online using search engine optimization. So, I've been involved with digital marketing since 2007. Got my degree in business marketing, and the first job I got out of school was helping a company out with their digital marketing. And I didn't really know much about it. They said, "Don't worry, we don't know much either. We're taking classes and workshops and seminars and learn together." Back in 2007, and I was kind of intrigued, and I said, "All right, let me check out this job." And after working there for a few months, just realized everyone's probably going to have a website in the future. There's a lot of different ways to get traffic, but SEO is just a way to get free traffic. And over the years, I just focused on search engine optimization, working at different advertising agencies and before work or after work and on my lunch breaks, I work on my own company and built that up to where I was able to eventually quit my job and focus solely on this and been helping people get that free traffic ever since Google.
That's great. Great, Brandon. Now, before I go deep dive in the SEO specifically, like in your experience, because you have worked with multiple uh, clients, what are the most critical aspects? Because before we go to SEO, just I want to let the audience know, especially people who are about to start their companies, the critical aspects of digital marketing, and why it's important to focus on driving more traffic and conversions.
Yeah, more traffic to your website means more, well, targeted traffic means more potential leads and potential clients for your business. So making sure that you show up when people search for you on Google means that you're going to potentially get more clients, more sales, but you got to make sure you focus on the correct keywords. So making sure you find the correct keywords that have buyer intent, that someone searching for your product or service is actually going to want to use your product or service, and then making sure that you show up. That way you capture that traffic and get them into your website and hopefully get them into your funnel to become a sale or lead, a conversion, whatever that goal is. And it's just going to help your business grow and take you to that next level.
Yeah, that's good insight. Now, I know that maybe we can go talk for hours, but if you can little bit brief and explaining the process of search engine optimization and like if we can go into the details what goes in the background because people think that it's something simple. If you can like in a very I would say simple way explain the process of SEO and why it's essential again for businesses to invest in.
The SEO is really going in, cleaning up all the coding. So putting keywords in your website. So doing keyword research, figuring out what keywords you want to rank for, then incorporating those keywords into your website because what we see and what Google sees is different. Google is just looking in the coding for you to put keywords in different places so they can better read, understand, and know what that website's about. So first step is keyword research, throw those keywords into the coding. Gets a little technical, but one place that isn't technical with the coding is just adding more text to your website. So just adding more content to every single page on your website is going to help out a lot. So you don't need to be tech savvy to add that text to your website, but Google really feeds off content. The more content you have, the easier it is for them to read, understand, and rank you for the correct keywords. So that's really important is adding text to your website. But unfortunately, Google doesn't really care what you put on the website just because they don't believe anything that you put on there. They don't trust anybody. That's what are called backlinks, getting other websites to talk about you. So the more websites that talk about you, the more trust Google's going to give to you. And then they look at those keywords on your website, but it doesn't work the other way around. Without backlinks, it's pretty much impossible to rank on Google. And what is a backlink? Backlink is a clickable link from another website that points to yours. So let's say you're reading an article and in the latimes.com and in there it says Brandon Leibowitz. You click on that, and it goes to my website that I'd be getting a backlink from the latimes.com.
That's, it's very simple and to the point, I would say, Brandon. Now, you've been in this for some quite a long time, I would say since 2007, as I understood. So how you have seen, this evolving from not only SEO, digital marketing perspective, and like I know, say, on everyone's mind with these generative AI, coming now into the picture. How do you are seeing, SEO and digital marketing in general heading in the future?
Yeah, it's tough to figure out where it's going to go in the future because it changes so quick. Like with ChatGPT and all the other tools, just pops out of nowhere, and it just is constantly evolving and changing. It makes it interesting, but also makes it tricky because you never know what direction it's going to go. But for the most part, you've got to try to think that Google just runs the show for now. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? But for now, Google kind of runs everything. So making sure Google's happy, make sure that you get traffic to your website that's targeted. But in the future, it's going to be interesting to see what happens if new search engines emerge or some other way of searching emerges. But for the most part, I don't see Google going anywhere anytime soon. But who knows? It's so tough to predict because everything is so dynamic and changes so quickly. But I would just stick with Google for the most part now.
One question that came to my mind, we always hear about, especially because you're talking about Google, that they changed the algorithm. Um, like, does it make your job, or anyone who's trying to get better ranking job harder? Like, is it really like that tough? And why do they have to change this? Like, what do you think is the main reason for that?
They change their algorithm every single day. Every few months, they'll have big updates, but they change it pretty much every single day to make sure that they provide the best quality results. That's really what they're looking to do is make sure they provide good quality results. That way you stick with using Google because if you search on Google and you click on a website and it's not what you were looking for, or it loads slowly, or it doesn't look good on mobile and you're on your cell phone, then a bad user experience. And Google doesn't want you to have a bad user experience. They want you to have the best experience possible. That way you keep using Google. So that's the main reason that they update their algorithm. And also people find ways to game the system and loopholes. And Google doesn't want you to game the system. They want you to work for those rankings. So they're constantly evolving and tweaking their algorithm just to make sure the best results, no one's gaming the system, and that you get quality when you're searching on Google.
Okay, that's also good information. Um, the question, like also people usually ask, how it's important to combine, whatever you do on the website with the social media. Like, what's the importance of social media also to optimize the results that they are aiming for?
It's just another touch point to get people to trust you. So the more places people find you and see you, the more trust people are going to give to you, and more likely that they want to use your product or service. So social media is just another touch point that you could use to engage with people, get them to trust you, and hopefully get them to want to make a purchase off you. Social media is great for social proof, for people to read reviews and see that you're a real business, and puts a face behind the company and helps build up trust. So that once you get to a website, most people don't just buy from a website, but they need to build trust up, and you need to build trust with people, which is not easy. How do you get people to trust you? Getting Google to trust you to rank you higher in the search engine is tricky, but once you get people to your website, how do you get them to trust you? And that's where you just got to figure out, how do I engage with people where people go in to find my product or service? And how do I get those multiple touch points? So most people are probably going to go on social media. And if you can engage with them on social, it just builds that brand up and lets people know that you're all over the internet, that you're trustworthy, and that you're hopefully a good, legitimate, credible business that's not going to scam people, and people will trust giving you their credit card information or whatever conversion goal that you're targeting. But social is just another way to help get more traffic to your website. Just like you do email marketing, you do paid ads. And it's just really about understanding who your audience is and how do I get in front of them at the right moment when they're searching for my product or service.
That's great insight also as well. Now, like, let's say I hired someone to help me with search engine optimization and like digital marketing. As a business owner or someone who's just started, what are the key metrics that would help me to understand if I'm doing well with whatever efforts I'm trying to do when it comes to searching? optimization?
Most importantly, it's looking at your traffic, seeing how much traffic you're getting from Google, organic, the free traffic, and looking at that month over month, week over week, making sure your traffic's increasing, track your keywords and see what position your keyword is in, and track that month over month, week over week. And those are going to be the two more important metrics, I would say, that lets you know if your traffic is increasing, if you're ranking higher in Google, is organic traffic using tools like Google Analytics. It's a free tool that will show you how much traffic you're getting, where your visitors are coming from, and tells you a wealth of information. And then you can just track your keywords manually or using paid tools to see what position you're in and see if you're improving month over month, things like that.
Okay. Now, maybe I will combine these two questions in one. So, do you advise to go also for the paid ads? This is one. And the second thing, like, I know that SEO, it's not like it's like overnight thing. It needs some time. So, if I am, let's say I'm a founder of a business or a company, what is the minimum amount of time I need to wait before, I can say, yeah, I've done good job when it comes to SEO?
Yeah, SEO takes time, takes months, sometimes years to get those rankings. Unfortunately, it's not immediate. So if you're looking for immediate results, paid ads is the way to go. But for long term, SEO takes time because Google just doesn't trust anybody. You have to build that trust up, and building trust takes time. It's not just something immediate that you can just rank for your keywords because Google just doesn't believe anything you put on the website. You just have to build that trust up. So it could take a few months, could take a few years, depending on how or what stage your business is in versus the competitors. If you're a brand new website, it take a long time versus someone that's been around and has some trust built up with Google. It's going to be a little bit quicker, but it really comes down to competitors are, how much SEO have they done, and how much SEO have you done, and what's the disconnect? How do we get you to that level that you want to be at? And it's mainly looking at the backlinks, looking at how many backlinks your competitors have versus you, and figuring out, all right, how do we get you to that level? If you have 100 backlinks and your competitors have 500 backlinks, it's gonna be a lot of work to get you up there versus if you have 300 backlinks and your competitors have 400 backlinks, it's gonna be a little bit faster, but it really just comes down to how many backlinks you have, how competitive those keywords are, and that's gonna kind of let you know how much time it's gonna take. But unfortunately, it's not immediate. It is more of a long-term play that you have to build it up, build it up, and build it up. And over time, you start seeing that traffic slowly increase.
Yeah, that's also informative. Another question, because usually when we talk about digital marketing, and SEO is one of them, but do you think that, it's something that we should also complement with something like email marketing and, like maybe some other ways of that? So, what are the other things other than working on the SEO itself that could boost, our presence online?
You want to get traffic from as many sources as possible. You don't want to just get traffic from one place. You want to diversify. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So you want to get traffic from SEO, from social media, or paid ads, doing email marketing, or whatever works. It could be some other form of marketing, but you just got to be in front of your audience at the right moments, at the right time that they're looking for your product or service. That's really number one. Is just trying to figure out where is your audience and how do I get in front of them. But you want to try to be in as many places as possible. The more places, the more touch points you have, the more trust you're going to get from people, and the more likely you're going to get them to want to use your product or service. So definitely try to be as many places as possible. Don't try to be everywhere. Just try to be where your audience is. You
Mhm.
don't need to be on every platform, but you need to be in front of your audience when they're active.
That's good to know. We touched base a little bit on AI, and ChatGPT. Other than generating content, like when it comes to digital marketing, what other role do you think like AI can play um, when in this domain?
Content is the most important thing. Writing articles, blogs, press releases, emails, social media content, right? Landing pages, it can create pretty much anything. So that's a huge one because SEO is a lot of content marketing and that can help out significantly with the content. It's just writing good quality content. As long as you edit it, I'm going to just copy it verbatim, but I would go in and edit, tweak it because Google said a few months ago that they don't care if the content's written by AI or humans. In the past, they only wanted human written content, but now they don't really care as long as it offers value. So they use as tools to help out with that, do some coding for you so they could add some technical coding, get SEO technical with coding. So ChatGPT could code for you and create that code like schema.org and other technical coding that you want to incorporate into your website. We'll take care of that for you. It could do a lot of things. So it's pretty powerful, but it's not 100% accurate. So I wouldn't just copy and paste it, but it does take a lot of the work out of the initial analysis.
So yeah, it's a good way to start, I would say, but still we need someone to double check that content, right? Um, like, can you give us, Brandon, some example of any project that you have done where you took the customer from point A to point B? I'm interested, to know, like, I would say, give it in a more metrics way, so the audience can understand, the importance. So someone who didn't have any digital marketing or SEO in place, and then what was the outcome later on?
Yeah, worked with a realtor recently, and they just wanted to rank for realtor near me or in their different cities. And they already had some trust built up. They've been around for a long time. They just weren't at that top of Google on the first page. So going in, clean up all the coding, put all the keywords in the correct places, got Google to better read and understand and know what keywords they're targeting. We create new pages targeting new cities and create more content, more blogs and articles on their website to build that topical authority. That way Google starts trusting them and seeing all this text related to different keywords on their website. By doing that, Google just started trusting them more, got them to that first page of Google for their keywords. And once they got to that first page, they saw their leads start coming in more. So saw more phone calls and emails, and then just getting to the top really got some much more phone calls, more emails, especially getting their website right on Google, also getting them on Google Maps since they're a local business, trying to take up as much free real estate as possible in that first page of Google, because the more free real estate you take up, the more likely someone is going to reach out to you. So making sure all your images are optimized, because images sometimes show up in Google. If you have any videos, we optimize those videos because videos sometimes show up in Google. And if your local business, a map appears, and just try to take that as much free real estate as possible, because by doing so, we're able to really take hold of that search result and dominate it and make sure that people are more likely to reach out to to my client versus other people because they have multiple listings on that first page of Google.
That's good to know. Uh, Final question for you, Brandon. Like, if you want to give some like tips and advices for business owners and people who might be just starting own business, what would it be when it comes to digital marketing and SEO?
I would just get a mentor that's going to help out significantly with everything. Just trying to find a mentor that could help you out and where you can learn from their mistakes and see what's worked for them and grow with them. And they're going to help you just expedite that growth and make sure that you're just able to really be more efficient with your time and energy. And mentor is probably one of the best things. So if you don't know where to find a mentor, there's websites like score.org, which will match you up with mentors. And that's going to really help your business growing much quicker, much more efficiently, and get you that next level that you want to be at.
That's great. I think the information you provided, Brandon, it's very useful. Really, I thank you for being with us here today. It was early for you when we did this recording. Thank you very much. Uh, Thank you for everyone who's watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on your favorite podcasting platform, also don't forget to subscribe. And also, please tell your friends, colleagues, family about this show, because we are trying in each episode to bring a new topic that is relevant to startup entrepreneurship and, anything related to that. And also, as I always mention, if you have any feedback about this episode or the show in general, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can send me an email, send me a message on Twitter or LinkedIn. And if you are also interested to become a guest with me, please also don't hesitate to reach out. We can pick it out together and set up something. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch up in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye bye.